here to this tower now, with those fiery shell stacks building up.
I like that General did this move though. He got levels in the lane, or in the jungle, and then he goes to the lane right afterwards. When he sees the support's move, he's like, okay, I'm going to pressure the jug, maybe try to force some reactions, because they don't want their tower blade to be pressured like this on the side of Navi.
Let's see what they can find out here on the bottom lane. Fiverr and Snako in the neighborhood to provide Pycat this protection. They're three heroes from Vega Squadron. They would really like to eye up a potential to go. Pycat plus the Metamorphosis, but Snako clearly tries for a lovely flame break back to knock the Slaughter away before the crush connects. We'll keep Afterlife safe. Now they'll turn up as progression back onto Navi. Leads it onto Snako, but they don't quite have the follow-up. But just trying to hold them back and making sure the Pycat doesn't find kill potential here with his first use of the Metamorphosis.
You get the glimpse on the Bat Rider. He looks like he's in a lot of trouble, but he gets the flame break off against Snako, holding the stun and able to claim him down. Do they have the grave? They have living armor as well. Snako getting turned on.
Look at this turn with Silent as Sherma. They may have lost a kill, but they find a trade at least. They'll turn towards Pycat now. Pycat manning up, beating in hard against the Silent, gets the heal bomb off, but the stick charges, bringing Pycat back up. Well, now starts to head away. Leaf Seed available again in a second. They are going to make the go here onto Pycat, but he still has backup, and General's going to be one to turn up as well with the Iron Shells. Bringing Sherma down low. The heal bomb, again, not quite enough to kill off Pycat. Afterlife has now returned to the fray. General chasing down Silent, now out of mana, so General picks up the double kill. They did end up losing the Disruptor as Afterlife was able to dive in deep, pick it up with a flame break. Looks to chase down Afterlife. The crush from Snako won't connect. So a bit of a mess down there on the bottom lane, but at the end of the day, Navi still maintain their lead, 5 for 2. But more and more space is being given to Aloha. Does 52 CS at 6.5 minutes in for this job.
That was a sick rotation by General, though. I really like when your offlaners do that. He's not really, like, he can't kill the Juggernaut alone. If he does, it's like a big mistake by the Jug, so he just helps out his tri-lane, which I think is very important when you have a Terror Blade on your team. He's getting so much pressure on him, you have to alleviate it somehow, and what better is than to do a rotation. Mid lane.
This is going to be a mid lane, seems to be where the action could potentially come through. Snako trying to ward G back away from Dendi. CS between the two in the mid lane, as expected this time round, very, very close. 39 against the 36. No big difference at all between these two mid laners. Dendi and G both in good positions, and definitely positioned to kill and get some action. General being eyed up here by Sherma the Slayer. Could make a go for this here. General is going to get very low. We'll see if he finds the opportunity. Just hiding just outside of vision. Here we go. He's going to have the bash into the Leaf Seed, and should be enough. He's getting himself away with the surge. 1 HP, he ticks out. Very, very satisfying kill there for Sherma the Slayer to find. Freebie, a lot of solo XP and a tasty chunk of gold as well.
500 XP, 368 gold for your trade. That feels pretty good. He's already level 5 now after he was a bit under-leveled from that first death. Yeah.
A little
Top
bit.
lane, Aloha looking to make some aggression onto Biver. He gets the Omni
straight away.
Spin.
There will be TP reactions. Can they punish this? He's at very low mana, of course, the spell's already been used. Snako comes in close, does have the crush available. The Rio looks to be a little bit faster, of course, with the phase boots. Just outrunning the sprint. Now they'll be able to close the gap. But the living armor is already up on him. Dendi's coming with the rotation. They're trying to chase this one down. Does have a Laguna Blade if he can find the range to cast it off. But oh, the Blade Fury! Just in time! The Rio gets himself back up. Looks like he may still go down as they come in with the fire. Dendi finally burns him out. A neat little dodge there with the Q, but wasn't enough to save him. Dendi still finding the kill.
Yep, and during that, Navi actually lost their courier again. So I think Sailor may have actually sniped it for a second time already, with that bash, of course, coming out from the Invis. And G having to use his first exorcism kind of defensively, but he does get half damage on the tower, so nice little movements and plays coming out from Vega and from Navi.
Dendi he's found himself Sherma the Slayer walking up to the high ground. Not a lot he can do on his own though. As, oh, okay, well if he takes the trees down, that's going to cause issues. General's actually there with the vacuum back, and they'll find the pickup. Very, very nicely done again. General just being in the right place at the right time. Some great movements from Navi early on in this game too.
Radiant's bottom tower
9 to 4. Jug still at the top. Back towards Pycat. Still, you know, Blade Fury does a lot against this hero early on. No way to cancel the TP though. One of the letdowns there of, well, pretty much the whole entire lineup of Vega Squadron. Only really having either the Overgrowth or the lasso, just relying on 2 ultimates to be able to cancel any TPs at this stage of the game.
During all this, Batrider actually got a ton of space. He pretty much has taken this entire safe lane tower, gotten his drum finished up almost level 8, so as Navi's making their moves, Vega as well gets big gains on at least the tower advantage here. So mid lane gets brought down to half, bottom tower is pretty much dead, and they claim top tower, so definitely looking good for Vega in that aspect.
Sure, kind of build. Laurel Dance is going to go for this game of the jug. Nothing too out of the ordinary so far. Phase to the Asher. Dendy, of course, looking to get the straight up Bloodstone. That insanely short respawn time, which is going to complement the amount of action that Navi will be ready to look for with their wombo combo as it comes together. Jowo the Slayer, though, he's been doing a lot with these movements, giving a lot of vision to Vega Squadron, letting them know where it's safe on the map to be, and that's pretty much what's enabling Aloha Dance to farm as carefree as he is.
Yeah, the power of the tree just gives so much invisible pressure on the map. The big thing that's concerning for me for Navi right now is Seneko, actually. He's only level 4. He does now actually be able to get up the Tome of Knowledge, but it's only going to push him up to 5. He's still a bit away from that level 6 mark. He's not even level 5, actually. Still a little bit shy of it. So just taking a look at the golden experience, it's just slightly in favor of Vega for now. Oh, they do get the dust on Seoma. They've got the vision form as well.
They should be able to get this back, but no, that actually missed timing there. Viva with a bit of a mess up, doesn't get the timing, and Jowo the Slayer, he's going to be able to ward this one off. In fact, he's ready to turn. Turns around, throws down the lead seed onto Viva, and Jowo just playing incredibly aggressive. May have played too aggressive. There's still a sentry in the neighborhood, but he's going to get himself out of range of it.
Space.
And, oh my goodness, yeah, that mess up there from Viva, unfortunately, meaning wasted time for Navi. They don't get a kill out of it, and as you said, Aloha Dance finding the space to put a lot of pressure onto this tier 2.
Yeah, top lane, Jug's just gonna run away because he has Phase Yasha. I think it's pretty hard for that actually to bring him down here. He's even got living armor soon if possible if they did want to keep chasing. I think it's just way too difficult for them to actually catch anybody. The Afterlife almost has his Blink Dagger with his drums on the Batrider, so he's feeling pretty darn good. G finished up his Veil already on his way toward that Yule Scepter too. Do you think coming out of the laning phase, Vega, even though the kill score is 7-4, Vega is definitely quite a bit ahead.
This is